All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome in. So I actually just posted a video on the Mekhi Becton situation, that whole thing that's going on. But apparently, Rich Cimini of ESPN is reporting that the Jets and all-pro defensive tackle Quinnen Williams aren't close on a contract extension. Now, assuming that this is true, I just have one question. What's the holdup? What's the holdup? I mean, we know Quinnen wants to be a Jet. We know the Jets, you know, from what they've said, they want him back. We know he's producing at a high level. We know he's young. We know the Jets drafted him 3rd overall. We know what the market is for him. Jeffrey Simmons, Daron Payne, Dexter Lawrence just signed the other day. I mean, what's the holdup here? Like, I'm a little stumped on that. You know, at first I thought it was going to be a contract similar to what Hargrave got, leaving Philly, going to San Francisco. But then again, as time goes on and more players re-up, the price tag, what did Dexter Lawrence get? 22 million, 22.5 million, somewhere in that range. Jeffrey Simmons got more. I mean, the longer the Jets wait here, it seems like the more they're going to have to pay. Although I don't think there's any more marquee big defensive tackles that are due up like this offseason. But with that said, it's like, you know, it would be nice to keep some homegrown players. Like, I don't know what it is with the Jets, but it's like, you know, I miss DeBerkshire Ferguson. I miss Chad Pennington. I miss Lavernius Coles. I miss Nick Mangold, right? I like draft, develop, re-sign. Draft, develop, re-sign. Now, it's not the only model, right? It's not like the only way to have success in football, because we've seen, you know, numerous teams draft, develop, and let go. Most notably, the New England Patriots. You know, that's a team notorious for finding steals in the middle late rounds, guys that not many people have heard of. They develop them in their own system. When it's time for free agency, if they can't get them back on a team-friendly or cheap contract, they let them go. And then, ironically enough, they don't work out in their, other teams, the second destination, and they end up coming back to New England on a cheap second contract. I know that's not really the position that the Jets are in. Who else? I mean, we can look at other teams like the Pittsburgh Steelers. I mean, we can go down a list of all the players that they've drafted, developed, and then let go in free agency, and then they find replacements for them. You know, I respect that model. I do. But my problem with the Jets is like I feel like we miss on so many draft picks. We've been missing on so many draft picks throughout the years. I mean, you know, going back to when I was like a little kid, like the Jets have never had like a ton of success just acing the draft every single offseason. So we don't have the luxury of just letting our good players just hit the open market, because I don't have a ton of faith that it's going to be a 100% lock that we can replace that said player in the draft next season on a cheap rookie contract. I just don't. I wish it was different. But you know, we just don't have the resume. We don't have the track record of doing that. Like New England, like Pittsburgh here. And I know New England's, you know, had some really questionable first-round picks, but, you know, that's been their model for years and years and years and years. So I want Quinnen back. You know, to lose a guy like this. And by the way, it's not like he's a free agent right now, as everybody knows. He's going to be a part of the Jets next season. We're talking about an extension here. But, I mean, we have so many good, like, the good times are rolling, right? Aaron Rodgers is in the building, added in another draft class, bringing in all these veteran free agents, Al Woods, Quentin Jefferson, Randall Cobb. Like, we're adding to this team. People were talking about the Super Bowl. Do we really want to piss off one of our homegrown talents, the biggest bright spot on the team, on the entire team last year, in Quinnen Williams? Finally, he's always been a solid player, always been a good player, but finally took that massive leap forward where he couldn't be stopped. Could not be neutralized. Double teamed, whatever, it doesn't matter the offensive lineman in front of him. Like, he was an absolute machine last season. Do we really want to piss him off and not beat around the bush and dilly-dally, wait, skipping voluntary OTs? Next thing you know, he's probably going to be skipping training, you know, mandatory camp. I don't want to be in that position. I mean, yeah, all these acquisitions are nice, but at the end of the day, let's keep the team intact. You know, Saleh said it himself. what was it, like a month ago in a press conference, he's like, I want to run it back with the same defense. And it's like, at the time, it's like, all right, well, they didn't re-sign Quan Alexander. There has been no talk about a Quinnen Williams extension. They lost Nathan Shepard. They lost, who else? Sheldon Rankins on the inside. And it's like, okay, like, we can run it back on the on the defense, but we have a bunch of holes here. Third, developmental safety. Also, I feel like a position that needs to be talked about. But those really, to me, like when I'm looking at the Jets offseason so far, re-sign Quan Alexander, extend Quinnen Williams, maybe add a third safety, a young guy or a veteran. I'm totally fine with either. And then that's pretty much it. Like that's, I'm not asking for like an arm and a leg. I'm not asking for the Jets to go spend another $50 million or trade for a superstar or try to, acquire this mega deal or this mega player or anything like that. Just, keep our guys, re-sign some players that fit the system, fit the culture, and would come in on cheap deals. And that's really it. Get ready for the start of the season. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Will Quinnen Williams end up getting re-signed? I think so. But it's definitely frustrating how it's taking this long and how it also seems like the Jets aren't really putting any sort of emphasis on getting it done. So a little frustrating. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. And as always, go Jets.